I don't think being overweight is really about food. At least not for me. If it was only about the food, I would have lost the weight a long time ago and kept it off. As I step back and I analyze and I look at my life and I think about the repeated patterns over and over, I think it goes a lot deeper than that. And I think a lot of us know what that is. And I think a lot of us go through it. Actually, I think probably most people do. Here's how I see it. You're born into this world, and everything that happens in your life stacks. One thing stacks upon another. And as an infant, as a child, as a toddler, you observe. In your little observable universe is usually the family unit or family you're born into, and you have a mother and a father, sometimes a broken home or what have you. And you're learning, you're just absorbing, sucking it all in, and all these things that happen become your life experiences. And we all have trials. I don't think any single one of us gets out unscathed. We all have things that good and bad that happen in our lives that we're meant to learn from. And I think a lot of people deal with some sort of trauma in their life, maybe as part of that growing up, as part of from infant, toddler to teenager to young adult to adulthood. There's things that happen along the way that we really can't control. Some of it could be abuse, could be sexual abuse, could be physical abuse, could be verbal, emotional, could be something like being bullied in school. And all these life experiences that we have cause trauma that are undealt with. And it's the undealing with it that really, I think, causes these cycles. It's not just the food. I know how to diet. I know how to exercise. Like I said, I've done it and succeeded. And I think it's something to say that, hey, I can do this thing for 12 weeks or whatever and lose a bunch of weight. But if you don't deal with the underlying issues that might be causing you to overeat or to feel bad about yourself so you don't want to exercise, then I think it's real easy to just give up and you go right back into old patterns. Or like we've talked about before, you get a few crabs in your bucket who are trying to pull you back down and say, hey, don't leave us here. We don't want to be alone. Come back down here with us where we're all miserable. And I think it's easy to go, okay, I'm just going to do that. And I've done the same cycle so many times. This time around, I think the reason that it's different is because I did identify things in my life, trauma, things from the past, and I went and handled them. I went and did a little bit of therapy, talked to someone, just got it all out on the table. And day one, I remember just going, hey, man, I'm all in. I said, you ready for this? Bleh. And I just, oh, this. And guess what? It's when we learn to let go of those things, learn to love ourselves, learn to realize that we're not that little kid anymore or that grown adult anymore or whatever it is. See, here's the thing. I don't know what it is for you. But here's what I do believe. I believe that we all, each and every person who might ever watch this video, I think you know what it is for you. I think you know what's holding you back. I think you know why you repeat the same cycle. I think you know why you self-sabotage. I knew all along the things that caused fear, the things that held me back, the things that would cause that negative record to play over and over in my head. I always knew. And it wasn't until I really faced it head on that I got this new found, calm confidence or something that basically just goes, I don't care. I'm 53 years old. I'm not that person anymore. See, it doesn't matter. And I'm not trying to compare, my life to yours. I'm very thankful for my trials. I think I've wised up enough in my 53 years to be grateful for the things that have been hard in my life, because it doesn't take much. I can look around and go, "Phew, I could not deal with what that person deals with. Wow, how do they do that?" And it's probably the same for you. You can look at your life and go, "Oh man," you get in that victim mentality. It's like, "Oh, well, this happened, this happened, this happened, so I can't become this," or, internally what's holding you back. And it's getting to the place where you can look at that and say, "Yeah, life happened, but now I'm in control, and I'm choosing my thoughts, I'm choosing my actions, and I can make better decisions for my life on a day-to-day basis, and I can show up for myself, and I can put that thing to rest, and it doesn't have to bother me." Sometimes it may, include forgiveness or stopping blaming everybody. Oh, that's another video for a whole nother day. I mean, how often do we, and I say we, I'm looking at this from first person perspective here. How often is it easy to point the finger of blame and say, well, it's because of him or her or them or all these extenuating circumstances, rather than just going, what can I do? How can I take responsibility? And I think for me, it's easy to say, oh, well, if you watch a bunch of my videos, you can say, oh, well, I gained 50 pounds in my first year of marriage because I got a barbecue and started grilling meat, and I really loved it, and I just kept eating it and eating it and eating it. And then I got addicted to cheese dip and chips and the stupid little Cadbury eggs at Easter time, and all these kind of stuff that I've already kind of documented and talked about. But there's more. It's not just that. You got to go in and say, why don't I love myself? And when you can identify those things, which I know you already know what they are, when you identify them and you face them, and maybe you need some therapy, maybe, it totally helped me. It helped me a lot. And, but you got to be willing to take a cold, hard look at yourself. It's not just about saying, oh, I'm fat, I want to fix it. I'm fat. Why? What have I learned throughout my life that is affecting me in a negative way, that's affected my self-image, so that I make decisions that lead me to that outcome? Because now I'm making different decisions. In the last couple of years, I've done a lot of self-work before I started the weight loss journey again. And I keep saying it, I feel different this time. And I think it's because I am different this time, because I've done the hard work. And that stuff came way before lifting a weight. It became way before cleaning out my pantry, way before cleaning out the fridge. And now I'm making better decisions because I care, and I'm doing it for myself. And by doing that, I'm going to be a better person for everybody. I don't want to ramble on, but I'm not trying to put it back on you. This is about me, but I think everybody who's overweight, there's a reason. And it's not just because Doritos taste so good. I think I've found my deeper reasons. They're none of your business. And your deeper reasons are none of my business. But if you feel the same, I'm definitely open for the discussion. So you guys have been supporting me like mad, and I'm here just trying to support you best I can. You don't have to divulge anything in your life, but I know that we can make great progress together, and there's a lot of us doing it here, and so we're trying to show up daily for ourselves. So anyway, I'll stop rambling for today. That was my thought process. It's really windy outside. I couldn't film and go on a walk. Camera wouldn't record well. I'm going to go do my mobility workout and do my accountability stuff. But Anyway, my deepest, sincere thank you for those of you who are joining the journey, and for those of you who are following along, and for those of you who are reaching out. I know we're going to do it, and I know this time's for good. So I appreciate you. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Dude out.